Desire spawns madness. Madness collapses into a disaster. Mankind never learns. Front Mission 3. The Remaster. It was Zappa, Daimyo of Super Robo. And welcome to this again. We're doing it again. From the beginning. We're also here with that boy, the good boy, the bird boy.
Hello, I am the Flightless Bird, and we make up the Heavenly Sword duo. I'm not going to be here for the entire series, but we just finished recording a Super Robot Wars 30, and I wanted to check this game out with our Daimyo, the king of giant robots, the librarian of giant robots, the lord of giant robots. What does the Daimyo mean exactly again?
Daimyo is like it's a feudal lord. He's like he's a warrior, but also a Japanese landlord.
Oh, okay. So, yep, we're here with our Daimyo friend, and we're going to start playing Front Mission 3, the remastered on Switch, correct?
Yes, that is all is it available on right now. Not even a physical copy exists yet.
Yeah, and I haven't really seen a lot of Front Mission. The only thing I've seen, I think, was you playing Front Mission 1 and you reloading like 50 times because you were on the beginning, like the first map, and you couldn't hit anything and you kept dying.
That was Front Mission 2.
Okay.
So, because of that, we're going to hit this original video, which actually surprised me when I checked it out. So, Ashin.
Ashin!
This is the original Japanese PS1 intro. Which, I don't know why they didn't use the English one that just had the English words on it. Not that there's too many words. There's a couple. Those are the old in-game graphics.
Also, people get confused sometimes when you hear remaster. A remaster is not a remake. It just means it's just been updated a little for modern consoles.
Right. This is a remake.
Oh, it's a remake?
Yes, this is a remake.
Oh,
All the Front Mission games have been remakes.
I don't know why they didn't update this then. That's weird.
This is the old PlayStation 1 opening, so it's going to look way better than this.
I guess they just did that for flair.
Yeah, to put that in the game, that was nice.
Oh, it even says original. Oh, I thought this was you hit new game and that's what played.
Oh no. That that would be interesting.
Cool. It's kind of cool how they kept that in there though. That's nice.
Put that in there. New game. A bunch of options I'm not familiar with. New music, yes. Camera shake. Sure. Vibrations. Bad buttons. How about that? Vibrations off. Don't need that. Slow motion. I don't know. I don't know. Auto skip travel maps? No. No, those are fun. I like those. Walk instead of dash? No, we do dashing. Yes, we show damage. Typing sound? I'm going to see how I feel about that.
Закрываю. Быстрей. Есть. Что, нарушается план?
GDF начали действовать, докладывает информбюро.
Хорошо, довольно.
Не будет неожиданно, можно будет пересмотреть план.
Положимся на них, на наших детей.
Nobody was in the room.
Okinawa, 7 months later.
沖縄海洋都市は新世界貿易港を目指して作られた世界最大の人工島です。最大全長 5.9km の都市内には横浜港の実に2倍という面積を誇る国際港をはじめ商業、娯楽施設、住宅を備え人々の生活を支えています。また環境への最大限の配慮として海に流出した汚染物質をすべて回収・浄化する機能も装備しております。沖縄海洋都市は世界の未来をこれからも見つめ続けていきます。
I wonder if that was in Japanese because that was a commercial.
Yes.
Because there was an English dub earlier.
Yeah, no, that was originally Japanese. It's because they're in Japan. But it was a commercial that's on board that driving billboard.
So you played FM3 before, right?
Ages ago, when I first got my PC. I played it on original hardware with Game Shark hacking to make skills pop up more frequently. It makes completioning the game so much easier when the things that don't want to happen. Nope, but we're going to see if the numbers aren't increased naturally somehow. Because there are some skills that are just impossible to obtain and unlock. I don't know why they give the loading screen like music, and then it doesn't play but for 3 seconds.
Stand by.
So have you looked into the differences?
Nope. System check completed. Load the pilot data into the system. Roger. Loading the pilot data now. Kazuki Takamura. In my original playthrough, I changed birth and last name. We're changing this last name because I know things.
Are you changing it to Zekamura?
No.
Change the first letter?
No, no. That's the bit for
Deception?
No, not deception, but my archipelago.
Oh, okay, that's why I did that.
Yeah. Is that how it's spelled? Okay, there we go. I had to figure out how to spell that. Which is the space. Can I get? Okay, space is X. Nope, nope, nope.
Huh.
Kazuki Janai, which is a joke. It means it is not.
So it's not his name.
It has some deeper meanings. Because changing his last name changes the last name of other people.
Oh, interesting.
Yes. So Anime Janai is the opening to Double Zeta Gundam. And the whole joke is about how this television show, it's not anime, it's serious business. It's a real sophisticated show. It's Anime Janai, it's not anime, Dad. So Kazuki Janai, it's not Kazuki. I mean, even though he is. But it's not to affect his name, it's to affect some other people.
Gotcha.
People who know this game, just we'll see it. Maybe I'll explain it off camera. Load confirmed. Final test for Shunyo will now commence. Ready on our side, Koski. Activate the Vonzer. Activated. Activation confirmed. First, check movement. Move to designated area. Roger that. This was the first front mission game we got, so tutorial from the get-go. How to play game. Destination's here. Roger. I do like the lighting on this right now, and the neon. Give me this neon. I love it. Move to the designated area. Ooh, and that outline? Oh, that's nice. We dash in from the get-go. Yeah.
Let's go.
It's like, why can't I move? And it sounded like the game had frozen up for a second, but it was just the music being weird. Yep. But I could set that to walk. And it would go chong 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 chong. Target location reached. We'll check the weapons now. Vonzer's left arm is equipped with a shotgun. You can also fight hand-to-hand with the knuckles on the right arm. Need both range and close combat data. Use both weapons to attack the Vonzer. Autopilot's not set to combat mode, so you're safe. So the one thing that I didn't like about the first games from this game is that ranged weapons in this game actually have range. As opposed to, oh, your machine gun is range 1, your shotgun is range 1, your rifle is range 1. Punching, range 1, yeah, that makes sense. You gotta get up in their grill. Hold the Y button, yeah, that still correlates to the memory. The brain memory, go. What do you want to see first, Bird? Punching or shotguns?
You know I love a good shotgun.
Alright.
If you've ever seen my Silent Hill or horror playthroughs, I love shotguns.
Okay.
Those are my reliable.
So if we move 1 space, he goes slow. 2 spaces, he'll run. I appreciate that level of detail. And that's how a shotgun is supposed to work. Enemy turn, they do nothing. They need melee damage, so...
Get punched.
Punchman!
I wonder which one did more damage. I think the shotgun did.
The shotgun spreads out the damage, the arm hits one part. Huh. We have to check something now. Ooh, the music muffled when I went to the options. I like that. Gameplay, slow motion, off. Now, what happens when we punch again? Real speed! Alright, I get it. Cool. Do you want your fight dramatic or do you want your fight swift and clean?
I'm just confused by the menu thing.
What? Ask away.
Are you saying you don't like it when the volume just pauses because you enter a menu or press start?
Yes, I do not like that. Shadow Hearts 2. No, hold on. Let's switch to shotgun. Destroyed. Yeah. Victory animation's looking clean now. Good, that should do it. Hold on a minute. I want you to set to combat mode and continue the test. Combat mode? I got orders to obtain data from simulates actual combat. You need real combat data. Get after delivery. These test pilot's one of ours. Yeah, I know. Might as well purchase model based on this data. But still. I'll do it. Hey, Koski, you know what you're getting into? I'll be fine. Vonder's better than any JDF model. I appreciate it. Yep, you come this far, might as well go on full 9 yards. Fine. Kazuki, be careful. Roger. It's an older model, but it's using real bullets. You can quit anytime. Are we going to quit, or are we going to run him down?
Run him down.
Yeah. Receiving damage in combat, reduce HP to specific parts. When the part reaches 0, it's destroyed. Body goes down, you lose. Yep, if body goes down, you're done for. If an arm goes down, that weapon is worthless. If the legs go down, your movement goes down to 1, and your dash is turned off.
Okay, so there's different HP per body part.
Yes. Oh. I can't reach it, so. And that's a machine gun. Despite that it looks like a pistol.
Pistol must have been modified by the Parasite U team to give it a lot of shots.
It's just a weirdly shaped machine gun. Low tier is all heck. Now, unfortunately, because this is a training model, we can't do any of the cool stuff. We're not going to learn the move wherein you can melee and range in the same attack. Alright. Nice. Part's broken. No counter. You have to sit there and do nothing to actually lose this training fight.
Can you lose the training fight?
If
Like,
you
does
want.
it do anything? Or just game over?
I don't know. That's a good question, Mega Man. And I meant to use the fist, but oh well, here we are. Princes of the Universe.
Did you know you could actually game over basically in Persona 5 at the very beginning of the game before anything actually happens?
No, how do you manage that?
Because when the game starts, it says, "This is a work of fiction. Do you want to dive into this world?" And you can actually say, "No, I don't." And it says, "Okay then, I'm sorry." And it kicks you back to the title screen.
Oh,
It's so pointless, but it makes me laugh.
I didn't get platinum. No, I didn't play the stage perfectly. Good job, Cosmic. Test's over. You're done. Copy that. Save. The screen. Wait, did it just put a disc up there to act like it was doing anything?
Sort of like on an elevator when you press the button and nothing happens, but the button exists just to distract you from the fact that nothing's happening.
No. Exit. I think it's a correct command. That's a good one, sir. Great performance, I gotta say. Yeah, it's our finest product yet. Hey, Dr. Koike. Young Suka Basin wants these ship right away. Anything you can do to help? Call for a cargo helicopter. There are 2 new Vongers for now. Hey! Hey, Kazuki, impressive as always. Yes, you get used to the new models quickly. Thanks. Did great too. We're under a tight deadline. That's a chance for us to be involved in the Japan Defense Force. Saving a part of the national defense budget would be great. That's an assault Vonzer. Isn't it too aggressive for a purely defensive army? Maybe they're gonna start a war. Hyogo! That would never happen. Japan would never start a war. What? That's not historically correct. At least on the surface. We've been deploying our forces more frequently. And you had to be more civil wars with OCU and Elderish. Like when we sent our Wanzer teams a few years ago. Back we had no decent Wanzers and got wiped out. And we learned from that experience that our military policy remains purely defensive. Yeah, it's not like there'll ever be a war in Japan. Oh. Can't even imagine a war in Japan. Here we go. What are you doing here? I thought you were working in Yokosuka. What do you mean, what am I doing here? I'm here to deliver the construction Wanzers. Major construction project in Ocean City. Ryuga's delivering the Wanzers for it. Anyone can do that. Why you? Boss, trust me, dude. You begged and played, didn't you? Hey, how'd you know? Why don't you take your job more seriously? Not listening! Kazuki will accompany me to Yokosuka base to deliver the Wanzers. Cargo will be ready around midnight. Get some rest till then. Working late again, Kazuki? Workaholic. You have work to do, Ryogo. Take the Wanzers to site. Alright, dude. Hey, come with me. Why should I? Because we're buddies. Come to the residential construction zone with me. Guess what? We're not going. Dude needs to do his job, and if we're there with him, he's going to mess around.
Is this the arbitrary choice?
This is the arbitrary choice. You think you're going to go help your boy or not?
Really? And that changes the entire game?
The whole course, the whole plot line, basically.
Wow.
And so, like, I had to run it back and check the videos of my last Let's Play, and I went with him last time. So this time we don't.
Oh, that's cool.
No thanks, I'm tired.
Just one question though. How is this like Final Fantasy? Each game is different, or are they connected?
The front mission games are actually exist on a timeline, a real consistent timeline.
Oh, cool.
But this is like there's front mission 1 through like 5, and then Evolved is somewhere in there, so a 6th game. But much like G Savior is to Gundam, front mission 3 is at the end of the timeline, far enough that anything that happens here doesn't matter. Because it's at the end of the timeline, and it's so many years removed from any of the other stuff that it almost doesn't matter. It just sets up like the state of like the world relationships. But
Gotcha.
Nothing from the old games actually affects this game. You suck. Network. Hold on. I need to do a thing before I make a mistake. I love it's so easy to save. Because we can miss a website. Use the testing site anytime. I'm sure you're tired now, though. We could go to the Vonzer testing site. Guess what? Training. Numbers go up. Skills go up. Going back to Yokosuka, right? Here's a parting gift. Show you the basics of piloting. You're smart, so you learn fast. And this explains everything. How things work. But I think it's like an active tutorial. Ranged weapons. Ranges vary depending on the weapon. Shotguns have a range of 3, machine guns 4, flamethrowers 2, rifles 6. Further away you are when attacking, lower your accuracy. Difference in height can also affect accuracy. If you shoot down, you hit more accurately. If you shoot up, you don't. Right. Okay, he actually said it. The higher your target is, the lower your accuracy. Notice there's an accuracy between varied height and level shooting. Then they put the higher you above the target, the bigger the range. Now 63%, fortunately, with the shotgun doesn't mean you miss, it just means less of your bullets hit.
Oh, that's interesting.
Okay. Explain the effects of terrain on accuracy. When attacking a specific target, arrow will appear indicating the accuracy of the shot. Instructions will reduce accuracy of the shot, like a corner. Notice the arrow gets smaller on the other side of the X mark. so many less of those bullets hit.
And I assume you can deck out your mech to have multiple different types of weapons and things, right?
As long as you have the weight limit for it, yeah. Melee.
Melee!
Punchman. B. Punchman. Melee weapons can only attack adjacent squares. Can't make attack. You can't attack to something 2 levels higher or lower by doing a punch. Melee attacks always use 1 AP. They have the lowest cost of any attack. Slam. Melee weapons always lose initiative to ranged weapons. So if you punch, you're going second. Going to teach from just a scientist. Attacks and counters. Attacking enemy results in a counter attack. The arrow between you and the target shows accuracy. The arrow gets smaller as accuracy decreases. Accuracy attack is displayed above it. If the target counterattacks, a weapon choice will appear. If the target does not counterattack, nothing is displayed. If possible, hold X to display its accuracy. The arrow will turn red and the counterattack actually appear in red. Releasing X will display your accuracy. Both sides use the same weapon, the attacker goes first. Terrible accuracy, sir. Yep, hold the button, switches back and forth. Play your phase.
I'm so sorry if you heard me chewing there. I
Nope,
didn't realize. Good.
didn't hear a thing. I'm glad I'm actually getting experience for this.
Heck yeah.
About
By the way, I'm not recording this, so don't bother in my audio or anything. Just
word. Units require AP to do stuff. When AP reaches 0, they can't do anything. So we go square costs AP. After moving the APs left, remaining AP can use P attacks or do items. So we can't do items right now, so. Use AP is restored at the end of each turn. 12 AP was restored, and that limit can't be increased. There's your current and your max right there. Move once more to confirm the AP loss.
I'm hearing AP, and the only thing I can think of is the 100 line.
Well, maybe you have
yeah.
AP.
I'm pretty sure AP is. Oh, that's interesting though. So your different types of weapons require different AP.
That's correct.
This Fallout. It's like Fallout.
A little bit. For example, the shotgun uses 3 AP. During movement, don't go below this amount of AP.
I don't mean the newer Fallouts. I mean like Fallout 1, Fallout 2, the old school Fallouts.
With the VAT system or whatever it was.
No, that's Fallout 3.
Huh.
The original Fallouts are more grid-based, like this.
Oh yeah.
And they have an AP system where you know, if you lunge with the spear, it does 5, but if you throw the spear, it takes 7, things like that.
What legs? He can't do anything. He has no weapons. Man, I do appreciate that looks like such a haymaker.
Yeah, and I like the fiery, like, thing that the bot's exploding.
Yeah, like in the old one, it was like the knuckle would swing around to the fist, and then it'd go like, like a real like in the middle of water swinging your arm. And this counterattacks. But didn't we already? When attacking, counterattack with an equipped weapon. Counter requires AP. Oh, they're teaching the AP usage of counters, right? Countering, requires more, I think. Bro, I'm in front of you. Why are you missing? Counter AP varies with the distance from the target. 2 squares is 3 AP, 3 or 4 is 2 AP. Anything beyond 4 squares costs 1 AP to counter. And the closer your attack, the higher the AP required. Punch counters cost more. Counter requires counter attack plus AP attack. For example, counting the shotgun for 1. AP is, the counter is 3, the shotgun's use is 3, 6 AP to counter. But that means with melee, it's only 4. Sir! Put your arm on the floor. Its counter and the attack AP is higher than your current. You can't do it. Naturally. Can I get a body blow? Yes. Body shots. Body shots. Nice. Let me tell you about Ace ranks. Hey, that's me, Ace. Total AP will increase as your Ace rank goes up. Ace rank is increased by gaining Ace points in battle. Ace points are gained by destroying enemy parts. An image of metal will appear when you gain Ace points. Oh my god, why is my boss asking me something silly? Alright, now that work is done bothering me, and we're gonna have a good laugh about it later. More Ace points! Destroy parts! Numbers go up. Very important. Oh, he's not gonna come after me. You gain 2 points for every part destroyed on an enemy unit. Destroying parts of the body gets a total of 5 points. If all parts destroyed, you gain 8 points for the parts, plus a destruction bonus of 3 for a total of 11. No points for that effect. I should name this episode "How Do I Do AP" just to get a ridiculous amount of views like I did on episode 1 of part 1. I still get ridiculous views on Front Mission 1. Just because I named the stage something that sounds like a tutorial. Oh look, an ace rank. I've blown up enough parts. Yep. I've blown up enough parts in tutorials that my AP is now up. I hope I get to keep that. That's all I got. I'm just a scientist, dude. Not a combat man. Alright, cool. Alright, we're calling it a day. Go to bed. Take a nap. You loser.
Dang it, Jim, I'm a doctor.
Alright. Talk to Koike. Yep, we did the testing thing. We can move to the dorms. To what end? I don't know. I think that progressed the story. I wonder if Ryogo's doing its job. Oh, got mail. How are you? It's warm in Okinawa. I want to be there. I was trenching on Yokosuka base. You go there a lot, don't you? Maybe we'll see each other. Good luck with work. P.S. Don't forget my souvenir. Let's see. Mailbox. Kazuki from Alisa Janai. I wonder why her last name is Janai. Huh.
Related to you?
Alyssa, she's working at a JDF base. Maybe I'll get her a souvenir. Now go to the shopping mall. That's progress. Network though. Hey, how do you feel about internet in your video games?
I played this really cool horror type game called 98XX, and they had this like fake quasi internet. And then I played Blackwell Legacy, which had this fake quasi internet. I always think it's nice because even though the internet is designed to not be a real internet, it adds something to the game lore, into the world, to know that there's like a bigger world out there than just what you're playing. Right.
And this internet, some parts actually update as the game progresses, like the Japan Broadcasting News Network. What's happening in Japan? Tension between the OCU and UCS stems from the suspected UCS arms supply to the rebels of the Philippines. According to Vice Minister Yamazuki, Japan will set up talks with UCS to relieve some tension. Yamazaki plans to visit UCS early next week in preparation for the talks. Yamazaki hopes Japan can channel OCU nations and express concerns. Buried treasure? Legend of the Rich Monk's treasure known in Tokyo. Source inside a major construction company revealed that the company actually found the treasure and hid it. The company denies the allegation. Authorities are investigating the matter. And over time, those two stories will change.
So that's cool. I like that a lot.
Now, a lot of this is just like super in-depth world building. What is going on in other parts of the world as you are engaging in whatever it is that you're doing? As you're being anime Big Brother, things are going on around you. It's not just about you.
But that's great. Like I said, that's world. I mean, that's lore that's added to the game. It's not just about what you're doing. There's a whole bunch of other stuff going on.
Now, something I have been seeing is there's complaints that there are AI generated images in this game, and this is allegedly one of them. This is just a remake of the original picture that was here. But I guess there's enough differences that, like, I guess AI upscaling might have been used?
All I know is that can't be AI.
Well...
Do you know why it can't be AI?
Because he has all his fingers.
Exactly!
Like, I scrolled past something and, like, you know, the... not the producers of the game, what's the other term? The company that distributed. I guess the distributors.
Publishers?
Publishers,
Okay.
that's the word I want. Publishers. Like, people are nagging the publishers, like, oh, why are you using AI generated image? Can you prove that it's AI? And, like, even at that, it's like, you're taking an old, like, 240 by 480 JPEG from the 90s in a PlayStation 1 game, and you're upscaling it without it being highly detailed. Like, this is not supposed to be a highly detailed image. If it is AI upscaled, I don't give a flip.
There was this, I don't know the name of the author or the book because I don't care enough about it. But anyway, there was this book that was published recently. And in the book, there's actually, the guy who left the AI prompt into the book. So you're reading the book and all of a sudden you get this, like, AI prompt. So basically what he did was he didn't write the book. He had AI write the book, and he forgot to take out the AI prompts.
Oh.
Which I think is hilarious.
Now, here's something we can actually affect later on in the game. University carries a long history of academic excellence. Library contains extensive collection. All holdings to be accessed. Students enjoy the creative social aspects of clubs as well as student government and intramural sports. Support students with a unique scholarship program, including students in leadership and work-study programs. We also support low-rent dormitories, apartments, boarding houses, and those interested should be stopped by student affairs. And yes, the original picture was that low quality. What I'm looking for, what's new, I think. Student council info. Miss Taylor.
I think there was this one phone game that just came out. What was it? Etheria Reset or something?
Oh.
Where apparently the character models were AI generated, and that's caused a lot of hoopla because they rebooted the game to try to fix, like, some problems I think I had with it, and then they just used AI art, which, yeah, that didn't go too well.
Yeah. So
I'm not entirely sure about that, so don't take my word for it.
Right.
I'm not casting stones here.
Yeah. So we could vote for the next Miss Taihoku, Miss of the University. Huh. That's a name. Gee, I wonder who that is. So, depending on what route you pick, you could actually get, like, a wallpaper image from this. And I think even if you vote for your own sister, if you're not playing your sister's route, you don't get anything for it. But you only get to vote once, and if you don't vote the right option, you don't get anything later. I'm not going to mess with that right now. I'm going to look it up in my book later. Because I have the original 1990 something Prima Strategy guide. And if I flip to the back of the book, it adds an entire section just for the internet.
I did a Google search and I found this post from 5 years ago that say, I've only just now realized after 10 plus years that there's two routes.
Oh. It do be like that sometimes.
The only ones who win the contest are either Hadoka or Alyssa. And Alyssa's story, you can prevent Alyssa from winning if you don't send email to Moneymaker or attach to pay of 500. And Emma's story, you can make Alyssa win by voting her during intermissions.
Oh, can you vote more than once? I never tried to vote more than once.
I guess in between intermissions?
Right, like in between stages, you go visit the internet and you can just do it again.
I'm not sure.
Okay, passwords, downloads. Oh, I could get Alyssa's school records if I really tried. But my book also lists when, what stage that, like, the content of the website will change. See,
so
Alyssa's photo and Alyssa's,
so this said there were two routes. For the purposes of people watching, when you made that initial choice, which route goes to which choice?
Do not go with Ryogo leads to Alyssa's route.
And if you go with it leads to
Emma's route.
Okay.
So you can get Alyssa's picture if you take Alyssa's route, and you get another girl's picture if you take her route. So, I'm just going to go, since I'm on Alyssa's route, we're going to go ahead and we use the ancient documents, the Ancient Tome, to verify. Alyssa, 1 vote. Now, I cannot undo that, so I'm going to see if I can come back later on and change that.
Yeah.
Or not change it, but vote again. School stats, campus, stats, database, input data code. Now I got this from the back of my book, that you can see Alyssa's, if I spelled it right. I sure didn't spell Alyssa right. ALS is not correct. ALS is something completely different. Student ID, Alyssa Janai, class of 1094, age 19, Radiation Engineering Department. Relatives Isao Janai, not her dad. Not Alyssa, not her dad. Not Kazuki, not her brother.
That's so cool though, how changing your name changes, like, the game knows.
They changed
And
your
a lot of
family
games,
name.
well, a lot of games that you would play, they would just make it so that you can't change the things that show up with other things.
Right.
So like you could change your first name, you could change your nickname, but you couldn't change your last name because your last name is set in stone for
Plot
these
purposes.
yeah.
However, they made it immersive enough that if you change the last name to something silly, that also makes the last name of your sister and your dad. Here's your interested researcher, archery club member. Alright, that's enough playing around on the internet. I did not mean to go to this, actually. There's a lot of stuff on the internet. There's pictures, there's data, there's just a lot of stuff going on around the world. And as you progress the game, you'll unlock more websites. And some websites only unlock like arbitrary stuff like, oh, here's a new wallpaper for your for the desktop. Hey, I was not done there, sir. Like, we can turn that off. Desktop settings. Configuration. So startup demo, we can turn that off now. Change graphics. These are new. I think that's new, or maybe not. Who knows?
Egyptian hieroglyphics?
Yeah, I think that's a new background. Concrete is also new. But it's just, it's just wallpaper. I kind of like this. You could make it less or more intense. Turn the scrolling off. I'm going to stick with that. You get more graphics later. But we don't have anything right now. We don't have any files to look at. Email,
cool.
though. We have Kazuki's email that goes straight to him. We read this earlier. And then we have the universal mailbox. Welcome to Mailbox. Welcome to 10 Mil Mail Service. Learn about more us. You can read about us anywhere in the world. Select a mailbox to read mail. Send mail to send mail. Each user has his or her name on the mailbox. When you have a new mail for someone, be assigned next to their name in the mailbox. The sender allows for replies. Their address automatically registered and send mail. You may also enter the address manually. If for some reason you happen to know a weird email address manually that you could... Oh wow, hold up. There's a... I wonder if the... Yes, this is one this is one we're going to mess with now. Where's my book page thingy?
That'd be cool if there was like an alternate ending where if you send someone an email at the very beginning of the game and activate something that lets you fight a special fight.
What if there's a side quest in emails to get you a special robot? So we're going to see if this still works or not.
There was this crazy Disgaea like game called Soul Nomad.
I've heard of it.
And Soul Nomad has like all these different endings and stuff based on when you do certain things. And of course, a lot of those things you can't do unless you're New Game Plus. It's sort of like Chrono Trigger in a way.
Right.
But there's one ending you can get where there's a boss you fight at the very beginning of the game that's supposed to be like invincible. well, if you play a New Game Plus, you can be stronger than the boss, so you can win it. And when you win it, the game's just like, well, you did that. Great. Here's an entirely different ending since you just skipped the entire story.
So I entered Square's old email address in the game, and I can send Square an email. I'm playing Prima Strategy. I know it's 100 years old, but I'm hooked. I've been playing so much, I found some secret addresses. Mail address are a combination of name, country, organization, right? I found 3 so far. I'm looking forward to your movie. It opens next year, right?
The Spirits Within?
I don't know, maybe. What was 3 years? What movie would have come out for them a year after Front Mission? Maybe Spirits Within.
I'm pretty sure they've only did the Spirits Within.
Right. I mean, they do have a Final Fantasy like series of anime videos, but yeah, we're sending that.
Let's see. This game came out in 1999, and Spirits Within came out 2001.
Close enough.
Technically, it's more like 2.25 years, but yeah, close enough.
During the end of missions, Ryogo can use 2 of these other secret emails for personal uses. The Square addresses for the Square. Use the Japan Defense Force to report criminals and missing persons when you find them. Which we don't have that website yet. Now, I wonder, and it might take some finagling and some haggling, if maybe Forever Entertainment might have slid in a secret, email address or something. All right. But that's an hour worth of slightly robot content, a lot of internet, and training. Training's important. Next time, the plot begins.
Numbers go up.
And numbers go up. Numbers do be going up.
All combat is over. Now that you've tasted victory, I'm sure you'll be back.